Welcome to Texas Honda Channel. I pray blessings over everyone watching this video. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. Today we're going to get started with the RSX and the suspension. Let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so I have my 2002 Acura Rsx Type S. I recently just got this car, and it does indeed have a suspension on it, and it is a fairly cheap suspension, and I have no problem with cheap suspension. This one rides fairly decent. The spring rate is pretty stiff, so this one actually does okay. Now, this does not have the adjustable damper control, and that was the main thing that I wanted, so I could adjust it for street driving, have it more comfortable, and then stiffer for the track. So that's where Max Peating Rod comes in. They sent me this package. Now, this video is sponsored by Max Peating Rods, but I do not get paid to say anything good about this brand. They want an honest feedback, and I will give them just that. Now, this does have, I believe it's 24 or 25 way adjustable damper control, which is awesome. I've had it on previous cars and it did great. Now, there are people that have had problems with Max Peating Rods, even more recently, but they have been working really hard to make their customer service better. As a matter of fact, there is a subscriber who commented on my last video that he's been having issues with them, so he's done with them. And I reported this to Max Peating Rods directly, and they actually fixed the situation for him and is helping him out. So they're definitely stepping up their game, and the people that were involved in not helping him are probably going to get fired or something. But yeah, Max Peating Rod's definitely stepping up. If there is any issues, contact them. Tell them Texas Honda Channel said that you would help. So put my name out there and say that I said that they would help, because that is their job. They want to better their customer service. With that being said, I will be taking this out for a drive with the suspension that is currently on it. We will do a test, see how comfortable it is on the crappiest road and the smoothest road in town. And then we will take this off, unbox these, and put them on, and do the exact same test on the exact same road. So with that being said, we're gonna go take this out and go see how it drives. All right, so we're gonna be testing on the crappiest road first. Now, this is the JDM speed, non-adjustable damper control. It does have a pretty stiff spring rate, but there is no damper control. As you can see, it's pretty rough. That was going 20 miles an hour over those bumps. I'll be doing the same exact test with the Max Peating Rods once we swap them on. But this is literally the worst road that I know of. And it's really not too terrible considering the price point of this suspension that's on here. Once we are done with this really crappy road, we will hit the smooth road. We will compare the difference. Obviously, the smooth road is going to ride smoother. All right, we're on the smooth road now, and as you can probably tell, there is a pretty big difference. This is the smoothest road I know of, so we're going to do this test on the Max Peating Rod adjustable control damper control suspension. But I'm gonna head back to the house. Before I do that, I'm gonna do a little pull so you can hear the VTEC. Very nice. Okay, now that we've got that done, we are gonna go ahead and unbox the coilovers here. Make sure that we don't have any issues. Alright, let's see what we got. Obviously, it comes with the installation instructions for the coilover and how to adjust the camber plate. If you do have one that has the camber plate adjustment, it does have all that and explains everything in detail for people who may not know how to adjust the suspension. It came with the adjustable tools and an Allen wrench. Okay. Look really nice. Get you up close so you can see. Welds are solid. And this is the adjustable height part. So you'll loosen this piece up here and you twist this, it lowers it, and if you twist it the other way, it raises it. Then you have the actual spring rate for the spring here. This one here, you can actually stiffen the spring rate up by tightening this part. Now a lot of people think that you use this to lower it with this adjustable piece here, but that's actually for the spring rate to stiffen it. A lot of people that slam it end up going all the way down with the spring rate and going all the way down with this piece, so that way they can get it as low as possible. I like ride comfort and drivability. So with that being said, I will not be adjusting the spring rate too much. I may stiffen it just a hair, so that way it's a little stiffer. Right here on top, you can see it has the adjustable damper control. And everything looks really nice. Came with new bolts or new nuts for it. And these are for the front. So it has this spot right here where the, I believe, upper ball joint will go into. And this does have a swivel for this particular model. So it's very nice quality. One of the things to make sure of when you get these, make sure there's no oil inside this bag. If there is oil inside the bag, that means one of these are blown out. If that is the case, definitely contact them and tell them, hey, I received my coilovers today, send me a replacement set. Texas Honda channel said that you would do it because you guys are trying to get better customer service, so just go ahead and tell them that. Right, very nice. These are the rear focus on performance adjustable damper coilovers. Very nice, brand new nuts on these as well. Damper control seems to work. You want to make sure on every one of these before you install them that everything's working properly. Also, don't just put them on and not adjust anything, because you do at least need to stiffen this lock here, lock it in place on both of these, because you see they are loose. So it's very important to do. But none of these bags appear to have any oil in them, so that's a very good sign. I will definitely check them all over, but we're gonna go ahead and remove the suspension on the RSX. Okay, so inside here you can see there is the coilover. Now it does have a 17mm bolt right over here, so we'll have to get that out. But before we do that, we're gonna go inside and I'm gonna show you where the bolts are for the top of this rear one. All right, moving to the inside of the hatch, there is some liner you'll have to remove. As you can see on this side, I haven't taken it out. It's really simple to do. Basically just pull the piece of plastic up. I already removed it all. But right back here, that is where the coilover is. There's two 14mm nuts. I'm gonna go ahead and remove those. Okay, moving back down to the bottom, here is the 17mm bolt on the bottom side of the coilover. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Now the coilover can just come right out. Okay, side-by-side comparison of the JDM Speed coilover to the Max Peating Rod adjustable coilover. They look really good. Both of them are really nice quality. I'll definitely give them that. This spring you can see is thicker than this one. It has a stiffer spring rate than this one, but to compensate for that, we have the adjustable damper, which is the knob up here. And this here, we can actually stiffen this spring rate up by tightening this. So if we just spin this up to tighten it, that'll be able to make it adjustable. And then we tighten this and we can undo this one using the tool and adjust the height. Now I have it about where I want it. The ride height was good where it was before, but since this one has a stiffer spring rate, it didn't compress the suspension as bad when it was on its weight. This one will. So I have it just a little bit longer to kind of compensate for that. Hope that makes sense. But I'm basically just gonna throw this one in place of where this one was at, and we'll get started on the rest. One of the things that makes it easier to put this in was to undo the 17mm bolt right up here, so that way this could actually push down. But now that it's in, we can just put this back on there and go tighten the 2 bolts inside. Okay, for the damper control, it's all the way loose right now, which is softer. We're gonna tighten it all the way stiff, so that's how I want it in the rear. And if I don't like it, I can just adjust it a little to the left, but you can count the notches and adjust it accordingly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this to the other side, and then we'll get started on the front. Moving on to the driver front, we have 3 14mm bolts up top, a 19mm here, and a 22 on this side, same thing on the bottom. There's 2 12mm bolts. This one was actually not even bolted up, it was rubbing on the CV axle, so it's a good thing we're swapping the suspension out, so we caught that. There's a 17mm nut right here, and I usually bang right here with the hammer. I don't hit the actual tie rod in, but I hit on the metal, and it pops them out pretty easy if they're seized in there. You don't want to smash the hammer on the threads, you could damage it. But I'm gonna go ahead and swap these out. Since these were recently replaced, that was pretty simple. Okay, so right after I pulled this one off, I did notice that this is loose, so that's not good. I went ahead and got them as level as I could. Remember, there will be some inconsistencies due to spring rate difference, so we'll probably have to fine tune it all, but we'll go ahead and get this in, get the other side done, and we'll get this on the road. Now when putting this in, this piece up here swivels, so you want to make sure it's the right orientation or it won't go in. Okay, got it all done. We're about 3 fingers gap all the way around. The back is like 3 1/4 fingers. But that's a good way to measure, at least that's how I measure. And it's like that all the way around. Now, one last step, make sure that these nuts right here, these big ones, are tightened. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So right here we have the adjustable damper. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clicks on the other side. We're gonna do 7 clicks on this side. And this nut was actually loose. So make sure on all 4 that this nut is not loose, because sometimes they are. You just go ahead and put a 22 millimeter on there. Put this on there. And just tighten it up. Make sure all of them are like that, or you'll get a suspension clunk and you'll never be able to figure it out, and it's just something simple like that. But that's basically it. So now we're gonna go take this for a test drive on the same road at the same speed and see exactly what happens. All right, we're going down the exact same road as last time, doing the same exact speed. This is that bad bump. That was 20 miles an hour, just like last time. It seems to be doing pretty good. Now I do have the dampener set really stiff in the rear. On the front it is pretty soft still, so I could actually get it a little bit smoother in the back by taking some of that out, basically. But it definitely rides pretty smooth still. I mean, this is the worst road in town, so it's gonna ride a little rough. But they're very similar in ride comfort. But this one has the adjustability to make it even smoother. The front is really smooth. The back is definitely pretty rough. But I can adjust that. All right, this is the smooth road, and as you could expect, it is very smooth with these coilovers set how they are. That bad road though, it doesn't matter what we're in, it's bad. But this definitely is an improvement, 100% sure. But the other thing is, those other ones worked really well on that road, considering it doesn't have a damper control. So I would have to say these coilovers are dead even tie. They're pretty good coilovers, especially for the price points. A lot of people have their preferences on what they want. This is what I recommend, these ones, because you can adjust the damper control, and it is a very affordable coilover. The customer service has been improving, and I highly recommend checking out their products. There is a discount code if you want to buy these. It's in the description, so just go click that link and use the discount code THC to save 10% on your purchase. But we're heading back to the house now, so I hope you guys are enjoying this video. All right, there you have it for the 02 Acura Rsx Type S on max Peating rod coilovers with the adjustable damper. I highly recommend these. I'm not just saying that because they sent them to me. I would be 100% honest with you. I'm a godly man. I feel like telling the truth is the right thing to do. But I will tell you, I think these are a pretty dead even tie for me, because these ones have the adjustable damper and ride good. These ones don't have the adjustable damper, ride pretty decent, and they're a little cheaper. But the max Peating rod ones, paying the extra $100 is worth it, because these ones have the adjustable damper, so you can go from street to track and you won't have to swap a single thing out. Just turn some knobs and dial it in. I absolutely love that point. So with that being said, I highly recommend them. Use the discount code THC to save some money at checkout. Click the links in the description. Again, everyone will have their personal preference. Some might like the JDM Speed ones because they're cheaper, but these ones here are what I recommend. If you didn't see, I got the junkyard hatch painted. I did this with spray can. If you want to watch that video, link is in the description. It came out absolutely awesome. I will be getting the A-spec wing on here, and this whole thing will actually be going white. The hatch will be going white too. I just have it black for right now. It's going to look really good. The paint on this, if anyone was wondering and didn't know, it's absolutely terrible, and there's tons of dents we have to fix, and they painted right over it without sanding. Let's try to pick it up on camera for you. It's kind of terrible, like everywhere. But anyways, yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Now I will be doing a giveaway on these over on Instagram. If you don't have one, please go make one just so you can partake in this giveaway. I'm just going to be doing it over there. So the information will be over on Instagram. These are still in really good shape. I would sell them, but I like to help my subscribers out any chance that I get. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more. We will be putting the supercharger on as soon as possible, waiting on the Honda data from AGN Tuning. So once that's done, this thing will be supercharged and it'll be really fun. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe, share the videos around, and let me know what you think below. But I'll see you guys in the next one. And as I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.